That's much better.
Hey everyone, Jim T. Graham with RCGroups.com, and you're on the RC Groups Live Hangout. We're 4 minutes late. I was having a bandwidth problem. Mean Joe could not see me properly, so I was trying to fix that. But we have as you can see, I had to bring a table in. I have so much stuff to talk about today. I'm not joking. Thanks to my wife for her sewing table. And to my left, we have Mean Matt Gunn. What's happening, Matt Gunn?
How y'all doing?
We have Mean Jason Cole right here. What's happening, JC?
What's up?
And then over here we have always sweet Joe Vermillion. What's happening, Joe?
Hot trigger.
Oh, we can put that one. We can file that one away in the "Do Not Ever Say Again" file. What are you drink? What are you drinking there, buddy boy?
I still say hot trigger. It shows. Just a little triple X, y'all.
Oh God, that looks delish.
It's actually it's iced tea.
Yeah, I figured. I mean, you know, drinking on the job is one thing, but pounding some shine on air is another.
That's for late night. That's for late.
So,
Jason Cole is about to tell us a funny story. We already have a bunch of live viewers. When the live viewers get up a little bit, Matt Gunn, remind me because I have an idea. I'm going to try something.
okay, I don't know what it is, but I will just say remind you of idea.
I told my daughter to remind me of something. I don't know what that is either. So, JC, something hilarious happened to you. I hope it's appropriate.
Oh, it is. It's hilarious.
Before you get going, I was going to say in the headline that we have a special guest this week, Jason Cole.
Yes. So last week, was it last week? I guess it was. We went to Florida vacation. We had a free park tickets and free place to stay for Disney. So we went and did that, had a blast. One of the days we went and visited St. Augustine, and it was a blast. I took my Mavic.
Love it.
Got some photos of the fort at St. Augustine, drove segways on the beach and chased around with the Mavic. It was a lot of fun. Really loved it.
Been there, done that too.
But the funniest part of the trip was on the way back, we stopped at my mom's house, who lives in Florida, and they took us out to this hibachi grill place. You know how the guy comes out and he cooks at the table and has the big grill and does all this funny flipping stuff and throwing crap in the mouth and all that stuff. So he pulled out this squeeze bottle, and I'm thinking, okay, this is the grease or the oil or whatever that they put on it to light a fire and make, smoke things and stuff. And so he goes, sake, and he's like playing like he's gonna like do it. And I was just like, I was super tired from parking it all day and driving, and I'm just like, whatever. Like he's gonna fake pretend squirt oil in my mouth. He starts squirting it in my mouth, and it's real sake.
Yeah.
And if you know me, I can't stand the taste of alcohol. I just don't. I'm not a drinker. And it wasn't bad, really.
No, I know.
It was like,
it
it surprised me so much that I started like doing this, and it got sake all over my body and shirt and everything. We were dying laughing. So dude, that's my funny drinking story.
Is that your first ever hibachi experience like that? Because I think right when I get there, they start bringing out bottles for me, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna squirt all sorts of rice wine in this dude."
Yeah, so it was fun. I didn't think he had real sake. I've never seen that before. So, oh well, I drank some sake.
Nice. Well, that's how you do it, man. If you're gonna get hammered, have somebody force feed it to you.
Good time. So, how's everybody doing?
Good. Looks like you're having fun with an Inspire 2. What is going on, man? How did we get an Inspire 2?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is this the loaner Inspire 2?
Yeah.
This is a loaner. So GGI called, Mr. Ed called and said, "Hey, we have one if you want to check it out." And Jason said, "Yes."
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to talk about that now at the top, or do you want to wait on it, or what do you want to do?
You know what? I'm not a big fan of waiting.
All right. So,
life's too short to worry, and life's too long to wait.
What is that?
You want to present me so I can?
Gotcha, brother. What is that?
So, like, I wondered the same thing when I first looked at it.
Charging hub.
This comes in the box, and it's the charging hub. It's got these little. It's got the port on the top where you can plug in, and then it's got these little buttons, and you push it, and it pops open.
Nice.
And you can do.
Dude, that looks like some sort of grenade from Gears of War.
Yes.
Or a little miniature satellite, like a little Sputnik.
So the batteries look like this now.
Yeah.
And it's got the little button. Beep, right there, so you can see the charge state. And it's got a battery warmer in it. So if it's too cold, you can press and hold the button. It'll turn the battery warmer on and keep the batteries warm. But they slide right into the charger, and it's locked in once you get it correctly.
Yeah.
Like that. And you can put all, up to 4, and it'll charge only 2 at a time, but at least it's charging a pair because, you need 2 batteries to fly the Inspire 2. But I just thought that was really cool for the charger.
Nice.
Now, we're going to slowly work our way into things here, I guess. But you've got the controller, should look very familiar. It's now in gray. We do have HDMI, the USB, a couple other ports.
You're
on the
brave man
back.
turning that thing over and expecting that not to fall out. Mine always falls out.
Oh, yeah, no, I've got it pretty tight. But, it feels good. It feels basically the same as the old Inspire or Phantom controllers that are similar to this. But it has got the updated new light bridge technology. So now it goes 4.3 miles like the Mavic.
We know
Butt
it'll do
video feed.
based on your experience in Croatia. We know it'll do it, right?
Oh yeah, it'll do it. I've technically not had the Mavic out to 2 miles before, and it worked perfectly. But anyway,
Well said.
here it is. Boom, boom, boom. It's such a big boy.
Whoa,
It
dude,
is
you got the
30.
X5S on there.
Yeah, so that's the X5S.
Nice
And
head
then
placement. Just keep
I've got the X4S as well. They sent both cameras.
good.
Nice.
So this weighs like 8 ounces. This weighs a little over 16. So it's about twice the weight for the X5S.
But it's still lighter than the X5 and the X5 gimbal because it doesn't have the processing unit in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some of the cool things you notice off the top, much bigger motors, way more powerful. This prop attachment system is really slick. You just set it down and then push these in and slide them over and it locks in place. Super easy, really quick.
So it's kind of like the Mavic? Where you push and turn to lock them in?
But that you push and turn the prop. This one, the prop is a fixed prop, and it pushes in and you rotate this piece itself.
Okay.
So the prop doesn't rotate. This lock mechanism does. We've got obstacle avoidance sensors on the front. Let me see if I can get a good picture of this. We now have a stabilized 2-axis FPV camera right up front,
Nice.
which is brilliant for dual camera operator setups. Like everybody was putting FPV cams and 5.8 systems in the nose, but the Lightbridge can handle 2 simultaneous feeds. And so it's just brilliant to have this. Now, in my experience, it's not perfectly stabilized. So it has some hard limits. And when you're, rolling left and right really hard, the image will actually roll. It'll stabilize to a certain point and it'll roll with it. Not a big deal, but especially if you're used to fixed mounted cameras, you're seeing all the jitters and vibrations and everything, where this is very stable, much clearer image, when you're flying from. We've got a USB port here to do updates with. We've got the SD card slot. We've got the battery system here, all the LED lights and the on. We've got the battery removal button. You can click. It's got kind of 2 parts to it. There's a center section. You can push kind of the outside part if you need to do hot swaps. So you can pull one battery,
Get out.
still powered on and everything's connected and still initialized, and you can swap that battery and then check the other one out and swap in a new battery. So you can kind of do pack swaps without having to reboot the system.
Oh, that is nice. And I did not know
Kind of
that.
cool, but I think I'm just going to end up popping both of them off and then putting the new set on and reinitializing. I'm never in like that much of a hurry on any kind of things that you're doing, but maybe some people need that. The other thing that's brand new for any DJI drone is these top-mounted obstacle avoidance sensors. So it is kind of cool. If I had it on my table, I turned it on and selected auto takeoff. It basically said, no, there's stuff above you, and it sees it. So that's really, really cool. And then in the back here, you also have an SSD slot. So we've got a giant, I don't know if I can take it out with the battery.
Oh, they gave you one?
I've got 2. Now, here's the thing. I have to do some more research probably. It's got the SSD, and I can access it from the menu, but it won't let me do 5K.
Without
I'm
paying,
not sure if it's
right?
actually going to record in the ProRes or Cine stuff, but because you have to have the license for that. So I don't know if the license is attached to this drone or if it would have to be on my account. Probably need to ask that question, but I can shoot in 4K, 100 megabits per second, 60 frames a second.
So it also
to
uses
a-
a standard SD card, right? If you wanted to, or is
Yeah,
it
you can. Yeah, it
SSDs?
definitely has the standard SD card slot. Let me show you one thing that's really cool. If we press the battery button a few times, well, I don't know if it'll do it. Let's see if it'll do it. I don't think it's going to do it because the camera's installed. But one of the cool things, I'm going to power this up and show you guys the screen so you can see the picture-in-picture thing too. But to remove the camera, you just push this little button in, and then it just drops right out. Very simple, uber easy. Oh, and it fits all in this case.
Nice.
Which is not very large.
It looks like a computer. So after you've had this in your hand, Jason, do you feel compelled that you must own it?
I would love to own this. Now, this is something I would own for an aerial video business. This is not like you need this as a hobbyist. This is top of the line, high end, professional grade, especially with the X5S and the license fees and all that stuff. This is something if you do high end music videos, TV shows, commercials, any kind of serious professional level filming, this is what you're going to want. Now, for the movies and stuff, they still want to run Reds and RE cameras and your stuff. So that's where you're looking at something like an Alta from FreeFly or the Matrix 600 from DJI. There's other options, but for like the medium tier level jobs, this is what you want. If you're doing like basic, really small stuff, you can look at some of the Phantoms and single operator stuff. But for truly high-end professional level results, you need a dual camera operator setup, and that's where this comes into play. So I just think this is really awesome. You can press this button a few times, and it'll put it into travel mode, so it fits in the case. Pretty slick.
Nice.
Now, here's the only gripe I have with this. When you so say I've just pulled it out, right? I want to install my gimbal, get everything ready to fly. I'll do this a few times. It'll put down into the landing gear mode where you can attach your gimbal, but it keeps the aircraft powered on, and it initializes and everything. And so I don't feel comfortable attaching the camera gimbal with everything powered on. So then you have to come in, turn it off, and then you can attach your camera.
Interesting.
So it powers itself off when you raise it. So I'm wondering why they couldn't power itself off when you lower,
Yeah, make sure to submit that. If enough people get it, they'll add that to the firmware.
And this is in, we're talking pre-production. The firmware is an ad hoc install into the iPad, so it's not even public release yet. The interior of the case isn't finalized. There's a lot of things that are kind of subject to change. I noticed one of the things in the app for the second operator transmitter, I'm not able to program the functions. It's basically stuck on left stick controls pan, right stick controls pitch of the gimbal, and I can't change those settings or reverse directions or do anything yet. So it's just early firmware stuff that's going to have to get changed. But let me power this joker on and show you what the screen looks like.
Matt, while he's doing that, will you take that link I just posted to you and post that to the RC Groups Facebook page and let everyone know we're live? I'm on a different browser trying to get my bandwidth.
So Matt is hot swappable, or he believes it is, and that's why it's powered on. So that's good to know.
Sorry,
I just
my
never
mic
feel
was
comfortable like installing that when it has to be calibrated and do all that stuff. It just seems kind of weird to make it hot swappable like that. I don't know why you would need that. Now, so this is the DJI Go app.
Wow, nice.
See if I can show you some cool things.
It's got that awesome controller too. So Mecca, Jamie Copeland asked what he needs to do to make money to afford this. Wait, it's before 14. What does that mean? Is he 14 years old?
At 14, yeah, I think he's 14 years old.
Well,
did we lose Jim? Is Jim frozen up? Is he talking? We lost him.
All right, I'm going to try this one more time here. Power on the radio, and I'm going to power on the unit itself. We're going to run the Go app. Let's see if we can connect. I can't afford it at 38. Yeah, me neither. It's like sick. They've got a special going right now for like $6,000 with the combo dual op setup and a bunch of cool stuff.
I want one, dude. I mean, I
Okay.
gotta sell. So the Inspire ones are like hemorrhaging on
I
on
know.
eBay and RC
this is the
Groups,
one
and
you
it's a
want.
massive sellathon.
Yeah, this is the one you want. And after my first test flights yesterday, it flies really, really nice. It's got a lot of power. It climbs out crazy fast. It's really fast in Addy and sport mode. A lot of fun. But so here's your deal. And right now I just have the main controller turned on so I can control the gimbal just like you might be used to from the dial on the left side. And then you can hold like the C1 button and then move the dial, and then you can control pan. So we can pan around. And if you can see that, it's kind of hard to do here. But if you'll notice in the bottom corner here, it's an FPV feed. And right now on the app, they have it to where you can press a increase button and you can increase the size of that if you want to make it bigger so it's easier to see as the pilot. And then if you tap, you can kind of bring it into the center so it's your full focus. Now, I kind of wish there was a way to make it full screen and swap it with the main camera view in the corner. Kind of like, that, because as the pilot, you really should be focusing on where you're flying and the camera should be secondary. So maybe that'll change in firmware at some point. I don't know, but at least you can bring it, kind of bigger in focus in front and use that to fly from and pilot safely. But for the most part, it's all the same DJI Go stuff app that, that's out there. We do have some cool Spotlight Pro modes. We've got the active track, the tap fly, tripod mode. All that stuff is working on the Inspire 2, and it is just really nice. We do have both battery voltages at the top. I'm sure it's hard for everybody to see some of this stuff.
No, you got a beautiful clear.
So you can kind of see a little bit better there. We're in Opti mode because I'm inside. But, I mean, so far it's amazing. I haven't really shot any footage yet, just to kind of just did some test flying. I think we're going to try to go out Saturday. The thing that sucks is the weather right now is so cold and gloomy looking and raining and just crap. So I think
wait. Define cold.
Under.
It's like 60.
Yeah, man.
It's like 60.
I gotta wear socks with my Birkenstocks, man. Dude, it's 17 here.
Yeah.
That's why you shouldn't live there, man.
Yeah. I hear you.
So I think tomorrow what I'm going to do is record a video in my little mini studio in the other room and talk about it, show some of the features.
Well, are you going to hold hands with your woman on the Segways and do a pan around again? Because that was pretty awesome.
That video was sweet. That video was
fun.
really cool.
Somebody commented that was the nerdiest thing they'd ever seen in their life.
That's all that. Hey, it was fun, man.
Speaking of nerds, we got Nikolai on board. What's up, dude?
Hey.
Nice.
Oh,
Nikolai, shouldn't you be in I saw the picture of the booze at the party you're supposed to be at, and that is a lot of liquor for a company party.
Cheers.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, hey, you and Jim are now drinking on the job.
Whoopah!
Yeah.
Roast.
Yeah. Cool, man. Glad to have you.
Yeah, glad to be here. How you guys doing?
We're here, man. We're learning all about the Inspire 2 that Jason Cole has and RCGroups is doing a review on. Now, there were only 4 of these things given out, right, before? We got lucky.
I understand, yeah.
I wouldn't say we got lucky, but we got chosen to be one of the first reviewers of it. So congratulations, RCGroups, everybody. Yeah, good stuff.
Now, somebody asked if the controller is mode 1 or 2 changeable. It is. Yeah, you can do all that stuff in the app. It's pretty easy to do.
Right on.
Very cool.
That looks awesome.
I guess while we're on me, I'll just show my next project real quick too. So the other thing I'm working on
Is it a P-51?
You recognize those lines, baby?
Yeah,
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I've got a lot of T-pins. My old balsa building T-pins came in handy on this. So this is a built-up EPP kit, and I'm just almost to the part where I'm ready to do some sanding and painting on the fuselage. The wing is ready for paint. It's all done. All the spars.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
It is super stiff. It's ready to go 100 miles an hour like it's supposed to. But
I was just reading that RC pilots today won't build anything, and you're obviously proving that post wrong.
Yeah, I'm building, and it's a lot of fun, man. This kit from Jacket, Leading Edge Gliders, and Stone Blue Airlines sells it. It goes together like it's the laser cut EPP kit. So everything is, you can see there's, I don't know if I can get the light. There's tabs in the fuselage and tabs in the little center support section, and it really falls together. It's self-jigging.
Jigging.
You can't
Getting jiggy with it.
you
I
can't
love
leave
it.
that one. You got to make a joke about getting jiggy
Yeah.
with it.
So, but you can't really build it out of whack. It's going to be straight. It's going to look well. It's without much work.
Jigging and whack in like 2 sentences.
You do the little
Well,
whacking.
you're doing a good job. Looks like it's got some
It's doing a wacky
thrust, some right thrust built into it.
Yeah, it's got right thrust built into it. It's hard. Yeah, there you go. You can kind of see that. So it should be fun.
What an
It's a great
awesome
flying
FPV
airplane, man.
machine. That's going to be a great FPV right there.
Stone
Hey.
Blue sent me a power system for it, and I just gotta finish it. We're
You
getting there.
remember? I don't know if this guy's still in business. He was pretty old a long time ago, and he's not watching the podcast. But do you remember the place that you could buy sound effects for your RC plane?
Yeah.
You
Mr.
should-
RC.
Yeah.
I have that. Yeah.
I bought the Dixie air horn because I've always had one on my truck, and I got the machine gun. Holy crap, Jason! I have it. I have the machine gun sound effect here at the house.
Nice.
He wouldn't take it back. I'm like, just trade it. He's like, nope, no way, Jose. So anyway,
I got
You
the
want
Mr. RC sound system on my 6 Senior. It's got all the like machine guns and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff on it. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Perfect plane for it. The old
if you want
16 year.
machine guns, I'll give that to you, Jason. $38 retail value.
Dang.
So,
I
Jim,
think I'm going FPV on this, so I'm gonna not
As
be
you
flying
should.
near myself pretty much, but it's gonna be 100 mile an hour and fast and fun and awesome.
No, you've got to have machine guns as it goes through the gate. Da, 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 da.
hey, Jim, we got enough people on now. You told me to remind you that you had
Thank
something to talk about.
Okay, everyone. What we want to do is triple or double our live viewers. So if you're live right now, maybe go to Facebook and post a link to the video or tell a friend, and let's see if we can jack up these live viewer numbers. And in this world of RC, someone play some music behind me. We're losing podcasts, and they're all some of the old
Wah, wah,
companies.
wah, wah.
Are, no, not that music. Da, 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 da. That kind of music. So if there's a live RC broadcast on, I think everyone out there should know about it. And I'll try to talk less to make it more enjoyable for everyone. But tell your friends. Let's see if we can get more live viewers on. Are you a dancing queen? Where's Mean Joe when you need him for the dance off?
I bet Nikolai was dancing earlier.
Oh yeah.
So how's my feed? Is my feed good now?
Better.
Is it
Yeah,
terrible?
it's
Way
HD.
better,
It's
yeah.
good.
Okay, so I have a lot of stuff. So much stuff I had to bring a table in. So the first thing I want to talk about now, this is actually went up this morning and no one proofed it. So watch out.
Why don't you send this? You got to make sure to send it.
Hot grammar.
I just wanted to get it out.
Hot grammar.
P.S. Thanks to Nikolai. He caught 2 mistakes in my review I put up last night. And
Hey, dude.
thank you, sir.
I got you, buddy.
I'm your guy for this, man. So is Nikolai, apparently.
So his was natural. I'm sure he was just reading it and went. So these are my head plays, and they're like we hear there's a new version coming out, whatever. I bring these everywhere I go, and a lot of people ride along with me in my head plays, but not in these head plays. So this is the new RHO Pro lens that just came out. So it is now installed. It keeps dust off your screen. It is very solid, unlike the last lenses, which if I did that, they probably would have fallen out.
Mm-hmm.
And they're awesome.
Well,
And
what do they do?
It looks more pro.
Well, yeah. No, if the magnifier in your head play isn't enough and you're like, I need to wear my glasses or something, this is your next step. It's
Okay.
$49, so it's not like super crazy expensive. And the other ones were pretty good. These are amazing.
So these are not for me that can see well. This is for the guy that needs to wear glasses, right?
If you're Mean Joe, do you have to do magnification in your
Man,
goggles?
I don't want to talk about it.
Dude.
So I get a lot of goggles.
This is the new development, like within the last month.
Oh, really?
I've-
You've gone glasses?
Well, I
Last
can't.
month?
I can see forever,
Well,
but I
put
can't
'em
see
on.
from here. I can't see from here to here.
You mean the distance from you to your computer screen right now?
No, I backed up away from it so I can see it good.
Oh man,
Yeah,
we
this
won't
is
make
a
you-
new
we won't
development.
make you put them on. Man.
It took my wife 30 seconds to call me Santa. So yeah,
Nice. It's sexy.
I don't like 'em.
Well, this thing is for those guys, and so it really took this and what was pretty good. And like when I flew the review through 3 days ago, it was a totally different experience. $49, rcgroups.com. You can find it in the FPV section. I just did the review with the link and the buy thing.
Very, very
See,
nice.
I was actually worried about that with the review that I'm getting ready to do on this other quad because it has the head play style goggle. The Tactic goggle is that style of goggle, and I haven't tried it yet because the wind and the rain and stuff around here has been so bad. But
You
I'm
better-
worried about that being an issue with the vision because that's going to be right in that wheelhouse where I don't know if I'll be. It does the one that from Tactic does seem to have some magnification to it.
Yeah.
But like I said, I haven't had a chance to test it and see if it's enough or not.
I will tell you that a lot of the goggles Nikolai reviews are ones that were sent to me, and I'm like, I can't see anything. Nikolai.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you can't see them, I probably can't see with them.
Well,
Well,
see, I'm with those, Jim. I'm perfect with the Fat Shark Dominators.
Right.
The adjustment and the diameter is enough for me. So
That's what I was going to say about that. So when you're in a big single non-goggle thing like the head play, that is an issue. But these are the Fat Sharks from Horizon. And I pulled up the page here.
Cool. It's got the diversity module.
Well, you
Yeah,
know,
looking hot, man. I like the diversity. Now, is that the Fat Shark diversity, which isn't true diversity, or do they have that change now? You guys are aware of that, right? It's like I've heard that it doesn't work in the same regards as a true diversity receiver would, but it still somewhat picks the best one. Someone help me out here. Yay, nay?
I currently don't know this yet.
Okay.
In fact, I'm grabbing the webpage right now. That's why I'm not talking.
So it's like fake diversity.
Sort of.
Yeah, how would that work though?
Hey, look,
Oh,
check it out.
diversity.
Grinner82 said he sent our link to 2 UK groups for an additional 8,000 people for it to reach.
Wow.
That's awesome, dude. Thanks, brother.
Well, if anyone can find a link to the goggles, which I had to restart the comp because it was
Yeah, I'll
acting
get
up.
you.
But these are from Horizon Dual Diversity. It has a built-in fan. I will admit this is the first set of Fat Sharks I've ever owned. I've never had any to review. So these
Here you
are
go.
the
Coming at you, buddy.
all right. And so they have the battery checker and what else? Oh, one thing I wanted to share. I'm always on the hunt for good antennas.
Yeah. What you got?
So this came with
You got your
A nice-
Spironet patch. Isn't that Spironet? No, that's Yeah.
it's a Fat Shark, but it's a 4-lobe, and then I've got they actually provided me with some really nice antennas, not just moderately nice, but these are the real deal.
Cool.
So I'm doing a review on that. Now let me ask you guys a question. I haven't found the photo yet.
Mhm.
What goes on top? I would think that this would go here, and then the other one would
Is
come
that
up.
a 90 or is it you have to bend it?
Well, check it out. I'll show you 2 more things they sent with this.
On that whip antenna, is that a 90 degree or is it a
Oh, he's got the adapter.
They sent me
it's
this,
got
and
the
then they sent me this.
Yeah.
45 and a 90?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always put the
patch on top.
put the patch. I always put the patch on the bottom, so
Mhm.
the 90 degree will
Stick
come.
up higher.
Yeah, then it'll just come straight out.
RC Groups poll coming to you, patch on top or patch on bottom.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yes.
And then one more thing that I haven't experienced before, I'm sure all you Fat Sharkers are aware. It comes with this piece that you stick to the inside of the goggles. And then that's a big Velcro piece. And then you have multiple foam pieces to adhere to use on your face.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I noticed about that with mine, Jim, is that really does a good job of blacking out all the outside light.
Gotcha.
Because some of the previous versions of Fat Shark, you get a little bit of light around the outside, and that's what people started doing is they started adding their own foam around the inside to be able to get that all the way blacked out. And I've got those on those Dominators 3s, and it works great. Really makes a huge difference.
Does anyone have one with the fan on it? Does the
Yes.
fan need a separate battery?
Yeah,
No,
it
you plug in the balance
plugs.
plug.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Give me a second. I've got mine right here.
So right up here, if you'll present on me, Mr.
Gotcha.
Gunn,
Yeah, I got you covered.
right here is, I guess, where the balance plug goes.
Yeah, and there
to-
should be a button too, right? See
Yeah.
that button right in front of it?
Yeah.
Not there, on the near the balance plug. Little tiny button. Way up on the top.
Yeah.
That would be the button for it.
Gotcha, gotcha.
What's the price on those jokers there, Matt Gunn?
Are they
Let's see.
$3.99?
They are a respectable $3.99, I would say. Yeah.
So see right here, you plug your pack in to the
Coming
side
up.
like you normally would.
I'm
And
coming
then-
over there.
The balance plug goes in right where the fan goes right there. The thing you have to keep in mind though, this is something that I just recently figured out. If you've got the goggles on, so I've got the power plugged in, and then I want to run the fan, so I plug in the balance plug to the fan controller. If I turn, so the fan's running now. I don't know if you can see that or not, but the fan's working.
Mhm.
If I unplug the power,
The fan still
the
runs?
fan still runs.
Gotcha.
You can't,
Now, does that button actually work there? Like if
it
you
does to turn it on, but
Yeah.
it won't turn it off. It'll keep running. So, and if you don't want to kill your pack, make sure that you undo the balance plug, because it doesn't turn on automatically. So you have to hit the button to turn it on. But when you're done, it won't turn it off. You've got to unplug the actual balance plug to get the fan to stop.
Seems like a silly overlook.
Yeah, it's just a little minor issue. Other than that, I love the goggles. They work great.
I might have to get some.
And see, these are the ones that I'm concerned about with the diopter. Like we were talking about earlier, what this does is this is the one I've got for the tactic review. And it opens up in the front like that.
Mhm.
And then the little screen that you get, the FPV screen, actually just snaps right into the frame.
Right.
So that's why I'm concerned about the magnification. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a little bit of magnification in that lens in there. I just don't know if it's going to be enough or not. I haven't had a chance to try them out yet.
Yeah, just fire that unit up and give it a shot.
You know, I've heard those.
Yeah.
I've heard those.
you
Those
can't.
little guys do really well as far as range. Like the those little headsets with the tactic
Yeah.
one that you got there. Sorry, had a little.
Yeah, no, this actually I had this set up from before. I tested a while back. I tested the Tactic FPV system, and this little system they have is actually pretty nice. It works really well.
That'd be a great little tiny whoop setup.
Well,
Yeah,
present
exactly.
to me and let's talk about a little something, something.
Little tiny whoops. Little tiny whoops.
Speaking of the whoop,
You know, I feel bad that I'm giving it all away.
Hey, Mean Joe, we just had a commenter said the fan will turn off after about 5 minutes.
what?
Oh, I left mine on the table for like an hour and it was still running.
Still
maybe
running.
there's-
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I was
Hi-yo.
surprised I didn't kill the pack. I was freaking out, and I immediately shut it off and put it on charge to make sure that it wasn't dead on me. So
Wow. All right, Jimbo.
So once again, I hate to give it all away, but who knows what we'll have next week. So this showed up. This is the new InductrixFVP.
Hotness.
you're gonna
It's-
love that thing.
So, you know, all of us have built the Tiny Whoop. So I have everything, including battery packs and all that stuff. But I wanted to put together a Horizon system that my father-in-law, who wants to get an FPV, I thought, what would be everything one guy would need? So first of all, we have this little guy, which of course has a camera, upgraded motors, and an upgraded LiPo. And then it also comes with the screen, which mounts on the included transmitter. This is $199 for what you just saw there, including the battery.
Mhm.
And then I was on the phone with Miss Kim and I said, look, we have to have this, which means Joe is kind of up your direction. So this takes the screen that came with the FPV Inductrix and allows you to put it in here.
Oh, you
And-
lucky gun! You got the you got that screen too.
And
That's
then
cool.
that has a magnifier. Let's hope that that works, with everyone's eyeballs. And it's padded. I think back to when I did my first article about putting ski goggles on to Sky Zones.
Yeah.
And this is like it's everything you need.
Those look comfy.
Yeah, that padding looks really good. That's the one downside that I was able to see so far in these. This foam is actually kind of stiff foam. It's not really cushioned at all. And Mean Joe's got a huge melon. So to put these on, man, it's like my eyeballs are popping out because when they did the Velcro, they only did the Velcro to that much.
Oh, dude.
So you can't let it out. You know, with my big melon, I need to let it out like that far to make them comfortable, and the Velcro doesn't start till way up here. So
yeah, but you have a gorgeous melon.
I do. It's huge, and that's okay. I'm okay with that.
I heard Santa had a big head too.
Right, especially when he's got his glasses on, right?
All right, so what else you got there, Jeff?
The one thing that I knew I wasn't bringing something in. It's because it's plugged in and being used. I also got the 4 battery charger from Horizon. I'll show that next Thursday. It's awesome. Board? Well, check this out. So you guys know what we use to charge our Tiny Whoop batteries. This thing actually has 3 different inputs for 3 different battery types: 1S, 2S, and the 3S. And it's pretty hot. So it's back there charging some batteries right now. And then finally, we talked about this last week, I believe. This is the eSheen 200 milliwatt micro camera. And I mounted it on the eSheen Micro Skyhunter, which Nikolai, that was you that did the full review on the Skyhunter.
Did you 3D print that camera mount?
Yeah. These zip ties worked awesome. And then I'll pop it off and show you how I did it. So
yeah, I'm going to change mine to that camera for sure.
There's let's talk about that. There's a board down here for a larger camera. The larger camera is 25 milliwatts. This is actually smaller than what was provided with this, and it's 200 milliwatts. And so I just ran a zip tie piece of cardboard right there.
I wonder if it's actually putting out 200 milliwatts. That's because if it's smaller, But you actually flew it. You flew it out, a good distance. I watched your video. You had great signal, and she's probably doing near that. I
have 2 things to say. First of all, this airplane should not have been flying the way it was in that wind.
I agree. It was stable as could be.
I had no, like when I fly a wing and Jason, I'm always like, oh, it was, I go around the corner and it's like, yeah. This was not like that at all. And
That's
it is
a sweetheart of an airplane.
It really is. And it's not expensive. So first of all, Micro Skyhunter, Mini Skyhunter, whatever your flavor, this thing is awesome. I really would like to get a gyro on board just for fun, a micro gyro of some sort, like a mini vector or something like that. But this camera in my video, no one complained about it after I uploaded it to YouTube, but I just didn't feel like what I was seeing in the headset is what the video looked like on YouTube. I thought it was clearer and better. So it was solid all around the 30-acre patch.
Nice.
Now, one thing I did notice that I don't remember in the field watching the video was that when I would bank, I would get some static, of course, because I'm blocking that antenna, But other than that, it was solid.
Nice.
Well, it's a difficult balance to post 640 by 480 analog videos into your timeline, and that's what we did. You actually fixed that, but even if you size it just a little bit different, you're going to have problems on YouTube. So a lot of times people will take their DVR footage, blow it up to the size of their 720p video, and then it looks like it looks horribly pixelated.
And for everyone out there, I have wondered, why are they not showing me a full screen? And now I know it's because it's not made to be a full screen video.
And in my videos, go ahead. Sorry.
No. Can you show the Tiny Whoop goggles again? They want to see the removable screen thing and all that stuff.
Yeah. So I'm actually got the screen here. So being very careful, I was charging this. I was hoping to heat it up. But here it is. It's like a clamp, like a potato chip clamp here on the.
A potato chip clamp.
You can have a bag of chips on your transmitter.
That's what they call those things. Them tater chip clamps.
Potato chips.
So you take this guy. I have not done this yet. This is the very first. It's a maiden.
Oh, here we go.
It's a maiden.
It's a maiden
fits in there.
installation.
Then there's a piece of foam right here, and
Ah, look at that.
I guess that's secure.
Give us a look down the barrel.
That lives there. I'm gonna turn it on. You'll only see static. How do I? Where's my power switch? All right. Oh cow! Let's see.
Nice. Oh yeah, nice view. Oh, you can see
Hey,
it said Spectrum in there.
I'm gonna turn it off and turn it back on.
All right, here we go.
Duh.
Right.
Hold on,
It
gotta-
actually looks like a really comfortable face mask too.
Right there. Don't move. All right, here we go. Ready? Spectrum receivers. I'm Nicole Kidman.
You know, Nicole lives down the street from me.
You say that all the time. I don't really think she does.
I have a. Let me tell you a Nicole Kidman story. I'm at the movie with my wife here in Nashville, and we're noticing weird people. Well, people are something weird's happening. Let me just say, in my life, I haven't seen anything like this happen before. People are freezing. So we didn't know exactly what was happening, but we did notice people were freezing in their tracks in a stream through the movie theater. So as we get closer to the situation, it was Nicole and her husband, sexiest man alive,
Oh,
who's her?
God.
Keith Urban.
I was going to say Matt Gunn, but
Oh,
So-
you guys.
Nicole and Keith are walking through the movie theater, and as they pass people and people realize who it is, they just stop everything. And they froze the whole movie theater out as they went through. It's pretty awesome.
That is.
okay. So now that we're on Nicole Kidman stories, not to get too far off track, I was in the Marine Corps.
Too
And
late.
I know, right? I was in Lake Elsinore, California, and me and my buddy, his dad had a house there on Lake Elsinore, and we had went down to the dock to get some gas in the boat, and we're standing there on the dock waiting on them to fill the boat up, and here pulls up Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman and their kids.
Wow.
And docked right next to us and stood there and talked to us, thank you for your service. We went up to the little bar area and had a couple of drinks and some lunch. It was pretty cool.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah. Had no
Well,
idea.
I got no Nicole Kidman story, but
I don't even.
my wife sat behind RG3 on the plane flight the other day. So,
Nice.
Hey, this screen doesn't work for me, though.
What you got? Let's see.
It's out of focus.
It's out of focus. Now, maybe with some readers, that might be something you want to try, Joe, is see if you can get your readers in your glasses.
Yeah, I haven't tried that thing yet. I just been waiting on the weather. I should turn it on and try. I could try it in the shop. So
I think it
This
just
is
means
it.
we should have an age limit cutoff for FPV.
Here,
take
here.
it easy.
I think that's in the new
Hey.
FPV. It's an AM
Take
the
it easy.
FAA rules.
Well, I know
I'm
this
not
is
that much older than you, buddy.
this is obvious to everyone and not as easy as my other goggles that I use, but these have diopters in here, so you can pop these out. There might even, I'm going to check this to see if there are more, but there's usually 2 or 3 versions of this, so you can adjust this to each eye if you need to. You can also go online and buy these. So this
They
is
have
the-
they have fat head opters too. Those sliders that you can change your eye width back and forth. Those are for
I
fat
thought you
heads.
were making a wisecrack there for a second. I was getting.
I just-
I think I was. I don't think it went over as well as I wanted. So, Jim, are you all done with your table of goodies? I got something to show.
yeah, I think that's it.
All right, so check this out. We're all about airplanes, right? We're all about FPV. We're all about everything that flies. But check this out. This is the
Nice.
RC. Yeah, it's the RC 4-wheel drive. Now, let me see if I can get the name right. Okay. Ginlandi. Okay. Ginlanda.
I dated a girl named Jen Lundy.
Really? Because that's German for off-road.
Nice.
Anyway, it's the
Her sister's
Ginlandi
name was
2.
Broadus.
Oh, dude, this is too much. This little guy is available from RC 4-wheel drive, a company that is pretty into these scale off-road trucks. I don't know if you would call this a crawler, but it is. It's very scale. It has very scale-like suspension because you don't have much travel. That's it right there on the front. There you go. So it is all 4 axles are locked. Excuse me, both axles, all 4 wheels are locked. Has a little brush motor in it. Comes with a 2-in-1 ESC and receiver. This is a ABS plastic body. Comes painted. Comes fully built. Has this little sort of toy-looking controller that comes with it. That's all you really need. You know, it's just a little guy like that. And it comes with a 2S 1200 LiPo, which is sitting right in the back there. $199.
Where did it
So-
come from?
Nice.
RC 4-wheel drive. They are a a company that kind of came into light, I don't know, maybe 8 years ago or something like that. And they do really nice scale stuff. So we did a review of the Trailfinder 2, which was a larger version and is sort of a Toyota based vehicle. And then this one's the Land Rover Defender 90 D90 body. So I'm very excited. Look at that. It's even got little steel wheels on it, little Nomad steel wheels with 5 lugs on them, or 6 lugs. And then it's got these scale tires that are sort of like BFG all-terrains. So digging it, man. I've been wanting this thing forever. I asked them to review it probably 6 months ago, and they said they couldn't keep them on the table long enough to even send out a review unit. But now that things have calmed down a little bit, they sent me one. So I'm very excited to review this one.
You got lights on it?
It does. It has a light kit that's available, and you don't get it. So that's where they get you with this thing, man. You can spend $200 on the kit, and then they have a roof rack and all that sort of stuff, and they actually have a winch for the front. All that stuff's like $50 a piece. So you're dealing with a lot of money to outfit it. There's the wheels. So I can crawl. It's actually pretty. At slowest speed is about like that. There you go. So it has a little bit of a delay. You pull back here, and it starts going, but then it gets pretty linear. So looking forward to taking this one out in the snow. It's literally about 20 degrees outside.
You can fix that with the new axial.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. How much is one of those? No, I know. Yeah,
Lots
they're a
of
little,
cash.
but a little 1/18 scale, fun machine. Can't wait to take it outside and or at least just go and crawl all over the couch. You know, it's a good inside machine. So
2 things to say. I just remembered in the box they have more magnifiers, so maybe there's a really cool option in there that works. And then Matt, Jason, is that good? Is that how it should be?
let me see. Hold on. Let me share it on you real quick so I can see what you're looking at. Go ahead.
Did you put the patch on the bottom?
Yeah, patch on the bottom.
Yeah, that's perfect, man.
Looks pretty pro. I should paint it in neon colors. I look like a DR.
Well, you got the patch. You got the patch on the top or the bottom?
That's the bottom.
Yeah,
He's
patch
got it
the
on
bottom.
like a 45-degree angle adapter or something.
That looks pretty darn good. So when flying airplanes, that's like obviously the best for the patch, because you end up putting your face down and you're flying up in the air, so you want that patch angled up and get some good coverage up there.
So I had a relative who's buying a present for somebody, and they said, well, he's had neck surgery. He can't look up. And I said, yeah, we'll give him a FPV. And she said, Jim, I told you, he can't look up. And I told her that you don't have to look up when you're flying FPV. But then I realized I really do look up quite a bit while I fly, you know, or I look down, one or the other.
Yeah, down is the most common.
What about you, Matt? Which way do you look?
Hold on, I got it on. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, I thought I had it muted there for a second. So what's the question again? Because I was looking at comments.
Patch on the bottom or top?
Wait. What's the question?
You
Do
look
you
up or
look-
down
Yeah.
when you fly FPV?
Oh, down. I just kind of
Yeah.
like
That's the
this.
most common for sure.
If
I'm
I do
down.
up
That's the
like
only
that-
time my neck gets any rest. So I put it down.
Yeah, if I tilt my let's see, let me present to everybody. If I tilt my head back, my mouth automatically opens. So
Well,
I'm
it's a
afraid
great way
a
to,
fly's going to go in there if I'm flying a PV like this.
It's a great way to come back the neck strain from flying sailplanes. You know, you're looking up and then you fly FPV and then you look down and then it equals out and you have no pain.
Right.
That's
Is
how
that
it works.
what is that how it goes?
Yeah,
how
I
it
wish
works.
that's how everything operated.
So did you guys hear, Jim, you hinted at it. Did you guys hear that there are head play 2s coming out soon?
What? I
Yeah,
have not
man.
heard.
So let's take some guesses. Let's do a poll here. Let's guess what Vova is going to put on the new head play 2s.
It better
Diversity.
have DVR.
Diversity and DVR. That's all I care
That's
about.
all that changed. Is there anything else?
No, I don't know. We're all guessing.
Higher res.
We don't know the
Maybe a
specs
higher
yet.
res screen.
Gotcha.
What'd you say, Nick?
Maybe a higher res screen.
4K,
High-res
4K
screen.
display.
I want them in purple. So there we go. No, I'm just kidding.
Purple polka dot.
I'm gonna guess higher res screen. So they're I'm gonna guess diversity, like you guys said, and DVR. Give me those
It'll
three.
probably be a 1080 screen this time instead of 720.
Yeah.
Just guessing, but
No, we lost Jim.
Jimmy T. Graham.
So what else is new, boys? What else what kind of toys? Okay, Nikolai, you working on anything for a review right now?
I will be starting very shortly a Hacker F3P EPP kind of indoor flyer.
Yeah, cool.
Be
Super
fun.
slow and graceful, right?
Yep. Or I'll rip it up in 3D a little bit.
And then
do it.
Joe, and Joe's got a bunch on the table, right?
You gonna do
Yes,
reverse pitch on that?
Oh, I don't think that's an option on that one.
Well, you depends on whatever power system you put on it.
I think it comes ready to fly, doesn't it?
No,
It's a kit, right?
it's an ARF.
Yeah.
Right on, right on. And then Joe, what are you working on, man?
I've got several things. I've got this Fusion quad I just got in.
By the way, for everyone that's wanting to know the backstory, they accidentally shipped that thing to me. So Brown Santa, aka the UPS man, showed up at my house with this big box, and the first thing I do is I look and see who it's from to see what manufacturer has shipped me something to review or to look at, and then it said Hobbico, and I'm thinking, what did I order from Hobbico? So naturally, I ripped into the box, and then there's the Fusion that's supposed to go to Joe, and I'm like, should I just keep it and tell him it exploded in the mail or something like that? It looks really nice. Go ahead and show everybody.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. I've had a couple of test flights on it. I didn't fly it FPV. I took it out back and just did some gate running around the backyard. It's got a modular system, so each one of these arms, if you hit it hard enough, these arms break off. So this whole unit right here is replaceable if you break it. The camera is right up in here. You just hit this down.
Oh, nice. Decent angle. It looks like it's
yeah,
good
it's
enough
actually
for a little
it's
sport
actually
flying.
pretty good. Yeah, it's actually not bad at all. So, what
The only
else?
thing I worry about is that antenna on top. Does it lay down?
Yeah, it's kind of solid. It's not. It doesn't really have much to give. So I'm afraid if you hit this too hard, you're definitely probably going to break it off for sure. I've got the battery out of it right now, but it's got a little hatch that slides in here and covers the battery area here. So this whole thing will be enclosed. And this was I think they call it the Extreme FPV pack. So it came with the screen that I showed you. It came with the goggles and everything else that you need. So right out of the box, you're flying FPV. So I'm thinking on this being a great beginner FPV setup because I think it's going to be durable. You can see the arms have got some thickness to them. It does actually have LED lights on all the arms all the way around. It's got red lights in the back and white lights in the front. It actually flies pretty good. One of the things that I was a little surprised at, because I took it out back and I was flying it around, it has a low voltage warning on it, but it's in the quad itself, so it beeps as you're going around. I was a little surprised they didn't put something in the transmitter that beeps like some of the Dramata ones do. If you get low on battery, the transmitter will start beeping or something, because if you're out away from yourself, it's not really that loud. You can't really hear it very well.
Well, I think if you put it on maybe 3-4 minute timer, you should be good to go.
Yeah, it recommends a 5 to 6. So depending on flight.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but it seems to fly good. Yeah, that was the only part that I was concerned with right there.
Yeah. I don't think that's gonna last.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't understand. I see it on almost every quad I get. I don't understand why they're not making antenna stocks that are built in a way or at an angle that we're not going to break it off, because I've broken really high dollar antennas because of that.
Well, they have some good ones.
On the X-Racer quads, they're mounting the antenna on the bottom plate, and it's extending up through the top. And what that allows it to do is when it hits and flips upside down, the part that's actually flexible and bending is where the stress is actually put on the antenna. So that bends instead of breaking off at the actual joint.
Even if it was like the Flat Shark antennas, these have got some give to them. That thing's pretty solid. I mean, it doesn't move at all. So I think the first time you whack a gate with it or come in upside down, you're going to snap it right off.
Yeah, toast it.
Well,
So-
hopefully they'll learn from that one. But it looks like a good unit to start off with.
Oh yeah, it's great, and
I think
everything
just
comes
for-
in the box. You don't have to for that price range to get everything. You don't have to worry about nothing. You charge the pack, and you go out and you start flying FPV.
Yeah. Well, we lost
So-
Nikolai, and it looks like he left right at the right time. He had to go drink some more with his employees,
Did he wave at us before he left?
and he told me, he said, "I'm out of here." So.
Bye.
So one of the other things I just got in last night and got put together
That's
was my
so cool.
my new transmitter cover from InductrixFVP. I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
I got you.
I think it turned out real well. They did a great job on it. This is Joe Reyes and his son. I'm going to be doing a little mini review on this here.
So, do they
the
ship
next
you the
couple
stuff
days.
and you apply it?
Yeah, it comes as on a sheet.
Yeah.
And I just asked for the sheet for the DX9, and he put it together. I sent him the logo, and he did the rest of it. And it turned out really good. And
That is cool.
It probably took me about 10 minutes to put it on there. It wasn't like super complicated or anything.
I saw you put that on Facebook. I'm like, that is epic.
Yeah, I like it. It goes good with my new transmitter or my new charger case.
Dude, if anybody has like complete bling and swagger, it's Mean Joe Vermillion in the RC world. I've never seen so much bling.
What else do they do, Joe? I've never heard of them before.
Ninja Wraps.
Yeah.
Well, they
do.
wrap.
Well, I tell you what it is. It's Joe Reyes and his son. They started. They're not. Joe wants to make sure everybody understands they're not a company. They're doing this in their free time. He's a helicopter pilot, and what it started out as is they were doing like names for people's helicopter bodies.
Sounds like Lane.
Yeah, kind of same thing, like a Lane thing. Yeah, I just kind of got into it and started doing transmitter wraps. They do transmitter wraps. He's the guy that did some of the graphics on my case. He does a lot of work with Rotorcraft RC. He does the chargers. He does the transmitter cases. And he's got all kinds and what he says is if you've got a transmitter, because he's got this pattern already done.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't have it and you can do without the equipment, you can send it to him. He'll make up the pattern for it and then be able to cover it. He says, as long as you don't mind waiting for it, because again, he's doing this just in his spare time. His son's in school and he's got a real job and all that kind of stuff. But they do great work. And I'm going to tell you, this graphic or this vinyl material is really nice. It's thick, and so it doesn't. It's I don't even know what mill it is. I'd have to ask Joe to be sure. But it doesn't seem like it's going to get dinged real easy and get all scratched up. And they like I said, they do really good work.
Excellent.
Pretty
Very cool.
Well, we got our first-time listener on here, The Guinness, or his name is actually The Guinness. Hello, all. First time seeing this live. Smiley face. What's up, man? We're on every Thursday at 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Eastern. So,
You know, I do have one more thing new that I haven't unboxed yet. Do I dare unbox it? Is that something you guys
I
want
don't
to
know.
see?
We're going to
or no?
let Jim pull rank on that one. Yeah, you want to do it?
I do. And while you're getting ready to unbox it, I'm going to ask some questions.
Okay.
Get
I'll
that
go grab
ready,
it.
Major. Hey, Mecca, see this piece right here? Shouldn't there be a big rubber foamy thing that goes right there?
No,
I go-
because you've got the big, you've got the ski mask piece on it.
Okay, so I'm not missing anything.
No, that's a throwback from when they didn't have the big ski mask piece on it, and you
And
have the suction
rubberized.
cup eyes things. I hated those things. Those
Yeah.
things would always pop off, and they let your eyelashes get all over the glass.
Well, I put the piece on here.
Which one did you use, the soft one or the medium?
I used the thin one, but I'm thinking about putting on the big one.
Yeah, I like the small. I like the softer one.
You
It
like
works
the little
better.
one?
Oh yeah.
All right, well, we'll see. I got it all hot though. The fan was working. It's all heated up. And then I realized as I was
Hot
doing
goggles.
this is kind of my, this must be something I enjoy. I'm like, oh, I'm putting the goggles together. Pretty excited.
I'm telling you, man. I think I'm the only one. Well, no, I take that back. I've got 2 sets of goggles now. We all have like so many sets of goggles because all these companies are like, hey, would you like to review our goggles? Well, why not? Just like me and Joe has like 15 chargers now. I mean, I don't know how many chargers a man can have.
I
He's
want to
actually
say,
about to do another one.
I would feel guilty. I don't have like 90 goggles. I probably have 3, but I would feel guilty, maybe 4, for having all these goggles. But when I go to an event, I have all the goggles charged and sitting out, like at Nashbro. I'd have lawn chairs with goggles in it, and I'd like, please come sit with me. And they sit there and ride around with me while I fly around the event, and everybody rides in the goggles, and it's my way of promoting FPV. All right, Mean Joe.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Boom, boom, boom.
Wah.
Okay, so I just got this one in the other day, and I haven't obviously done anything with it or not.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
Razorback,
baby.
baby.
It's going to be the new P47D Razorback from Horizon Hobby.
I love hotliners.
Oh, look at him rip the box apart like the Incredible Hulk.
That's
Right?
not that's not the FMS bird, right?
No. No, but it seems like everybody's gotten on the
Like-
Razorback bandwagon.
It looks just like, well, Horizon's selling that plane too, but it looks like.
Yeah, but their brands are different manufacturers.
I'm
Nice.
sure
Oh, I like the Olin Mills backdrop back there. It's
It
classic
doesn't have the
there.
presenter box where you can just open the top of the box up.
Ooh, I didn't even know that had a name, and now I do.
The presenter box.
Presenter.
Ladies and gentlemen, the presenter box.
He's doing a good job. That is probably the cleanest unboxing we've ever had.
What, did you
are
poke
just-
a hole in the back? Usually it's a
I
suction.
know, right?
You gotta like stand on it, shake it.
Oh man.
I gotta keep it all in one piece because I haven't shot the review pictures yet.
Oh, you're too late, man. You should know better than to take this thing out of the box for the take the pictures.
That's what I was
I'm just
doing
gonna undo this so you can see.
right before the broadcast. I was taking all my shots before I brought it all out here. And I came out and I said, "Oh, we have a podcast." And my wife's like, "Yes, you do."
Yeah. So as everybody watching, so as reviewers, there is a strict code we adhere to of not pulling things out of the box until you get the photos and blah blah blah. And Joe is breaking protocol, and we're okay with it.
Well, no, he's videotaping it on the YouTube.
Oh yeah. So Joe, you don't have to do an unboxing.
So yeah, it looks really good.
Man, it looks so militaristic.
I really like the fact that on this one they have all the ordnance too. So you got the bombs, okay. You've also got the rockets.
I wonder if they had to ship those UPS ground.
Probably,
You know-
yeah.
I heard this was a tactical RC airplane. Is that true?
Tactical.
What?
Well, everyone's calling everything tactical now, so this
Oh,
looks pretty tactical to me. I have on
Yeah,
tactical
pretty cool.
shoes.
Well, that's as far as you don't have to go any further. We get
Yeah.
it. But man, what a nice little rig. I can't wait to see you review that one. And,
Oh,
and
look at what
judging
they
by
did.
the
They
speed
made the
that
little
you
tail wheel.
Oh yeah.
The tail wheel pokes out the bottom.
Hello, I'm the tail wheel.
Oh!
Oh,
Hey, you need to use wait.
foam
Joe,
tack, baby.
Joe, foam tack your box back together.
Be sure to pull it apart a few times.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this is quality. This is quality entertainment.
Hey, Joe, did you see my new mug I got for my birthday?
Dude, that thing is awesome.
Let's
I
go
love
ahead.
that
Let's
thing.
go-
That
let's
is so
go.
awesome.
Yeah,
That
that's
is so
hot.
cool.
Now that's tactical. That's a 9mm coffee cup.
Is that a 1911?
Now this feels more like my Ruger to me.
Yeah. Man,
Speaking
oh, man.
of which, Jason, I have a Band-Aid. I got a little bit.
Oh, from a slide or something?
Yeah, that's right.
Ouchie.
I was trying to get tactical.
Don't do that.
Okay, so this is the thing. Don't send your RC sound thing to that and figure out a way to put it on your cup so that you can have your machine guns.
Oh my god, that's a great idea. You know, I actually was pondering how I could mount the speaker to the golf cart, so when we drove around Joe Knoll and Seth, we could have machine guns.
Yeah, that's a
Dude,
good
I've
idea.
got
That
those
sounds dangerous.
T25 speakers that he has. Mr. RC Sound has got those T25, the new versions. Those things are plenty loud enough. You could literally just stick them to the metal on the
Yeah,
thing,
put
and
it
they
on
would
the
be.
the roof. Maybe is the speaker.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that guy's still in business, Mr. RC. Sound?
You know what? I don't know for sure. I know he was working a lot through Motion RC, so that would be the place I would check for. I think Motion RC kind of is handling all his distribution now.
You know, Motion RC is super hot right now in the electric
Oh, yeah.
warbird section.
Yeah, they are running the show in the electric warbird section. In fact, I don't even think any of us have been in there in a few years. They just hold it down.
They're rocking and rolling. You know who else is hot right now in that electric warbird section? FMS is having a contest. How have we not talked about this?
We got a contest going on. This is a Jim. Did you come up with this idea? Because this is brilliant, dude.
Contest alert. Yep.
Jim T. Graham's got the Jim. Why don't you see if you can pull it up while I'm talking? This is the call sign. I've sort of named it the call sign contest. I don't know. I think that's kind of catchy, right? But this is really cool. So if you were transported back into World War II and you were sitting in the seat of a P-47 Razorback, what would your call sign be? And if here, let's go ahead and present.
Wait, Joe, they want you to show your belly. I don't know why. I don't.
What?
It says show the belly.
Okay,
I'm assuming they're talking about you and not the plane.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway.
I don't think that's what they're talking about at all.
So this contest that Jim's got going here on RC Groups is the basically enter to win an FMS P-47 1500 millimeter. I think it is 1500 millimeters.
That's correct. That's correct.
That's a gorgeous looking bird right there. And we've already got a bunch of great entries, and we've got this one on Facebook if you need to find the link. We've got it on Flying Giants if you need to find the link, or you can find it right easily in the All RC tab at the top of RC Groups. Why don't you point out that All RC tab real quick? That'll get them
So
to it.
here's rcgroups.com, and here is the All RC. It looks like a transmitter, and it's there. It's in planes.
Mm-hmm.
But I was talking to Leo at FMS, and I said, "What airplane would you give away if you could?" And he said, "This one. This thing retails for like $400. Yeah, $389.99."
Look at
And
the scale. It's got scale tread on the tires, and that's always a good.
Oh, that's really cool. I hadn't noticed that. That's really cool.
Yeah, check it out.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
Cannons. So I was going to call Matt, and we were going to put our heads together. And I said, "Why don't you just think of it on your own, Jim?" And then, bam! That's how I came up with the idea.
Beautiful.
I even researched call signs to make sure that
What the heck is that? Why does that always happen? Is that golf clapping or keyboarding? I can't tell.
Look at the cockpit, man. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, this thing is hot to trot, man. They 99% scale appearance. That 1% is probably something that doesn't even matter.
You know what you need to do, Mean Joe? It's probably the servo arms. Mean Joe, you need to FPV this thing so you could like look around at the gauges and look outside.
I was thinking
Yeah,
that'd
be cool. Yeah.
That's the next big step, guys, is to start FPV in these scale things and do formation flyings. See if you can do some loops where you stay.
I've got a P-51 coming.
Yeah, that's not scale.
Yeah, scale. Come on.
So anyway,
It's a scale
contest is
outline.
rocking and rolling. How many pages are we deep in this thing right now,
I
Jim?
think we're 1,000 pages.
Yeah. No, really.
No, it's pretty early. We put it out like a day or so ago. We've got almost 4,000 views. So
yeah, it's going to run through January, and at that time, we will, at the end of the date, we'll tally everything up, and we're going to pick a winner to win this thing. So we're really excited about that.
that is the only contest we have rolling
And I
right
hope I
now.
win.
No, we have another contest rolling over in Flying Giants. It ends tomorrow night.
Oh my gosh! Well, let's go look at that.
All right, guys, let's talk about this one.
Going to linegiants.com, the world's largest and most active giant scale. Let me hit the downsize button.
Yeah, that was pretty massive right there.
First of all, Matt Gunn, I want to say this is an awesome leading edge image.
You like what I put together there?
Yeah, you made me feel kind of bad about mine when I saw yours. I was like,
I even faded the logo behind the propellers. The faded. That's
you know,
how
it'd be
hardcore of
better.
it.
I think maybe the star, maybe you have that in the propeller spin.
Oh,
as
yeah.
if the propellers are spinning out the star.
Nice.
Wait,
So back it up a notch.
yeah, that's not the contest. Sorry.
No, that's the link to the other one. Roll down just a little bit right there. Win this Laser X. So this one lives tomorrow. This one's called Outfit the Laser X. And the winner is going to get a 90-inch wingspan Laser X from Peak Model. Now, those that don't know about Peak Model, they're a Chinese company that have built a very good reputation for themselves. They have great products, and they have a replacement guarantee that if you bang up your bird into the ground and it's repairable, or you think it's repairable, you just take a picture of the damage and they will send you the balsa wood pieces you need to put this thing back, to put your bird back together. So
And
I don't think
the
any
field
other
as well.
companies do that. Their aircraft are priced right. They're big supporters of Flying Giants, And that's why we're doing this contest. Now, this one ends tomorrow night. All you have to do is tell everybody what you'd put inside of this airplane if you owned it. So
Did
if
I have that idea, or did you have that idea, Matt?
that one was mine. So,
All right.
yeah, we're firing on all 8 cylinders, guys.
Yeah.
So here you go down here. Everyone's, Bobby D says he'd put a DLE 60 twin in it with some high techs and
Hey, Bobby D.
then he says, pick me. So
That improves your chances.
I wish it did. But anyway, you got there's Terry's Custom. So you got lots of people in there saying all the cool stuff that they would put in their plane. And we are going to pick a winner on the 10th, which it ends tomorrow.
There's Chicken Stick Rick.
Oh, I know that guy. Just kidding. Good contest. That one's rocking and rolling.
Mean Joe Vermillion, do you own a chicken stick?
I do not.
Jason Cole, do you own a chicken stick?
I probably still have one. Yes.
Matt Gunn, chicken stick?
Negatory.
I'll be back later.
Now
Jim,
we
we don't want to see
stick.
your chicken stick, Jim.
I bought a chicken stick
Do
back
people
in.
even know what they are anymore?
Yeah. So a chicken stick is when you start your airplane.
I know. I'm saying that people
Yeah,
know. Like,
that's what I'm telling them. I was telling them, not you. You said you don't have one. When I had a Duraplane, remember the Duraplane?
yeah, I used to have one of
with a
those.
46 on it. That was my
Yep.
very first model airplane I ever had. I was 17 years old, and my mom bought it for me. And I didn't crash it. I actually learned on Real Flight 1 over at a guy's house. And if that
Nice.
sort of dates everything. And then took off, and I only knew to fly wide open. So it's just, yeah. And my mother's like, oh, my God, you're going to crash this airplane. And I didn't. And that started my RC career. But anyway, I bought a chicken stick, never used it. Always used the electric starter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You started better.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that. Joey Crane says, I own a chicken stick. Joey
Yes.
Crane, good to have you on, man. I think this is one of your first, I think you said earlier, I'm trying to find where you were on here just a minute ago. I missed it. Anyway. Oh, Guillermo's adding a little raciness in here. He owns a meat stick. All right.
Boom, boom.
Womp, womp, womp. Let's see.
It's my chicken stick.
Dang,
that is a heck of a chicken stick.
Is that really for clubbing chickens?
No, it's for starting your airplane.
No, that's a. I'm gonna call PETA because that looks like you would club a chicken with that.
Okay, Jason.
Is that Lucille?
When's the last time? Yeah,
Lucille.
put some barbed wire on there. When do you think the last time is I actually use this stick? Since our club doesn't allow glow plates.
Oh man, it's
10 years.
It's an antique class now, isn't it?
I knew it was in the rafters, and I can't believe I actually found it. I was like,
That's
"Holy cow,
funny.
there it is!"
I like how you put the stripe on it like a tennis racket.
I came out, and my son said, "What the heck is that?" I said, "It's a chicken stick." He says, "What is it for, though?" I'm like, "I gotta go, boy. I'm live on the internet right
I gotta
now."
go, boy.
Don't ask me any more questions or I'll use it on you.
It's for whacking.
Well, Joe, they still want to see your belly, man. I don't know.
Oh, dude, no.
It's that kind of crowd tonight. It's that kind of
Yeah,
crowd.
this is getting a little bit awkward. By the way, my 3-year-old son somehow learned awkward. So he says, "Daddy, you see that tree over there? Yeah, that crooked tree? Yeah, that's an awkward tree." And I'm like, okay. All right. You could also say peculiar. He's like, "What?"
Nailed it.
No, that's awkward. I think because I'm upstairs talking with my wife and she'll say something and I'll be like, awkward.
My son's favorite word is also, as in I'll wake up in the morning, he'll be staring at me and I'll be like, and I'll go, also, I was thinking about, and
he picks up from that far in advance.
starts every conversation with also.
Nice.
Ascertain.
Dick, we should give this away. This should be a prize of some sort.
Oh my gosh, do it seriously. And then at the end of the contest, you actually fake everybody out and you give them something that they had no idea they were about to win. Yeah.
I have something I was going to admit, but I'm not going to admit it. So I'll talk.
Thanks, Jason. God, I hate you, man. We're 20 minutes over. Let's
Dang.
keep
All right.
rolling or wrap it up. What do you say?
Well, we had a lot of good stuff. I have to go get the tags done on my truck. I'm going to try to do it today, theoretically.
You driving illegal?
The BBT. No, not yet. I'm going to try to do it early in case they tell me I don't pass.
Yeah, you need to fix that because the Dragon Wagon needs to be legit.
Oh, I'm gonna disconnect the battery and then turn off my code and see if I can pass before it comes back on. What do you think?
Wow.
He reads this on the internet on how to cheat emissions tests.
I've been doing this for 10 years. There's nothing wrong with my truck or my emissions, but they won't let you pass if your check engine light's on.
So there's something wrong with the light. Darn
No.
light.
But anyway,
A piece of masking or electrical tape over the light.
Yeah, that'll go pretty far. That only makes it easier.
Just tell them that the glow glass was cracked and you're taping it up. And
I know how to do that, but they plug into your ODB or OD whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So
Right on.
that's my next challenge. Well, I want to thank Mean Joe Vermillion. Bang. I want to thank Jason Cole. Haircut.
Woo.
I want to thank Matt Gunn.
Come on.
Gunnicus.
There you go.
And I want to thank all of you for joining us on the RC Groups Live Hangout. We had a lot of good stuff. Inspire 2, an unboxing, and then we have a lot of reviews coming out. So all my reviews are up, I think. And so next will be this little guy, this InductrixFVP. He'll go up next. And so that is it. Tell everybody, hit the subscribe button, like us. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. Even if you don't like us, like us.
Yep.
I'm Jim T. Graham, your host. Thank you guys. We'll talk to you next week on the RC Groups Live Hangout.
Which is Thursday at 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Central Time.
Chicken stick! Hot chicken stick!
Hot grammar.
Hot grammar.
Awkward. Also,